Hello! The UMIDIGI G1 Tab is the best comic book reader tablet for me. And I'll say this is the best tablet I've ever owned because it is also the only tablet, the first tablet that I have ever purchased. And this little video is my tale of reduced expectations, of lowered expectations, of to why this is. I am super happy with this purchase that I've now had this tablet for about 2 or 3 weeks of test driving it. So this isn't some kind of unboxing video where I kind of look at it and I kind of show it to you and that's it. I do actually have a little bit of how it's been going. So why this is the best tablet for me is because I could never make an argument for why I actually needed to buy a tablet. Why I actually would be able to actually kind of kick up the amount of money that it would take to purchase one, because it seemed like for the longest of time, A, I'm not an Apple guy and I didn't want an Apple device, and B, I don't have the money, so why would I spend the money on a tablet when if my phone dies, I'm gonna have to chunk up actual cash for that. It's like, why I could never make the argument to actually buy a tablet, and the really cheap budget ones were still, even kind of crappy ones, seemed to be kind of like the $200 to $300 mark, and it was just like, that's just too much for me. So and really, I do everything. I write on my phone here with my wireless keyboard. I have a Kindle somewhere about here. I have my Kindle for when I for e-reading. So I don't really need a tablet, except and this would come up year after year for the last good number of years since there's been tablets. It's like, it would be really nice to have a tablet to be able to read comic books, e-comic books, everything else books. Even though I've got all these books in the background, I've really shifted to ebooks for the most part. And there's a part of me that thinks it's like, that's probably what, if I was going to be into comics and not just the library picking up physical comics that way, that's probably the only way I was gonna I'm actually would continue reading them. So I kept on getting this urge, and finally I came upon this. I had that craving again, so I went on the Amazon, which is the font of all evil and the font of all our stuff, and found this, the UMIDIGI G1 tablet, which has the crucial selling point for this for me was, other than semi-decent, basically a lot of ads that say it's pretty good for what you're paying, like you're paying for what you get, but it's pretty good. I got it for $95.99. This is November 2023, so I got it for that crucial under $100 mark, that was it. That was the psychological point where I was like, okay, that's kind of mad money for me. That's kind of like, okay, I can have fun. It's getting near Christmas. It's getting near my birthday. I'll splurge on myself. So I did. And I picked this up. So yeah, let me pop this thing open. It is a 10.1, 10.1 tablet. As I said, it's, what is it? It's a model MT10. It's got, oh God, here, well, for all you tech geeks out there, it's got a RK 3562 4X Cortex A53 CPU, whatever the hell that means. I can tell you experientially what that means as we go along. Yeah, it's got, its resolution is 1280 by 800 pixel resolution versus my wife is an iPad Air, with liquid retina, and it's like 2300 60 by 1640 pixel resolution, inky blacks. I put these two side by side, and it's like, oh yeah, I'm not making any claims that this under $100 tablet is anywhere in the vicinity of any iPads probably for the last many years. it's got no, this glass isn't damage resistant. It's never going to leave the house, so I don't think I really care about that. It doesn't have a stylus or a detachable keyboard. Um, it's got Bluetooth, and I bought this Apple keyboard. It's the only Apple thing I have for like about $3 in a thrift store, and I use it for my phone here. And it hooks up to that. So if I desperately wanted to, I could use the keyboard on it. You know, it's Bluetooth 5.0, earphone port, Type C USB plug. So I was able to sideload a bunch of comics that I happen to have already into it. It's got a 6,000 milliamp battery, which seems to hold up pretty well for somebody who almost getting down after 3 or 4 days. I can plug it in again. I mean, this is early days. Who knows if the battery on it won't just immediately kind of crash. And performance wise, I noticed just from my phone and stuff like that, it's pretty laggy. This is one of these things of like, if you were a gamer or anything like that, you'd be insane to buy anything like this and expect it to do anything. This is checking your emails or reading your comic books or reading. I've put Kindle on here. You have to. It doesn't have a. You always have to put in your PIN number if you're to open it. It doesn't have any like fingerprint reader or retina, all the stuff that would make you cost you more money. But yeah, like, I've got Kindle on here. I've got Comic Screen on here, which is a free comic book reader thing. YouTube, Libby, my library thing, I've just put on here. So I'm going to try reading on here, even though I don't know. I like that with my Kindle, I can read it in the bath, and this thing I'm never going to take near a bath. I doubt very much it is particularly water resistant at all or anything like that. I assume a little bit of steam and this thing will blow up. But it's one of these things. It's like, yes, I'm reading Zot, Scott McCloud's Zot on here. So for my needs, that is perfectly lovely picture resolution for reading what I like, which are fairly kind of, I don't know, well, crude isn't the right word, but I'm not looking for photorealistic crispy colors and things like that. I'm quite happy. I'm quite happy with this, and it's been a delight to read on. I've definitely used, just sitting on the couch, I found myself using the Kindle app, and you can see it takes a little while for it to like finally pop open there. Yeah. See, that's how much lag is on it, just to open the Kindle app. And so it's one of those things like once you're in a book, you're flipping pages. It's not like stuttering there. But if you had, my wife plays Genshin Impact on her iPad, and it's like, my God, this thing would just melt if I tried to do that. So yeah, I just wanted to share my glee that I was able to find something under $100 to read comic books on. And to, yeah, maybe perhaps I'll transition, read some books on it from the Kindle. I might even try. I've been told that Libby is better at kind of saving your page again, so I might do that. But yeah, see, like, yeah, it takes a while. Yeah, the best American food writing 2019. Let's see if it actually opens to the page I was on last, which was, I think it's just the beginning. And it's interesting. It takes a little while, but actually, yes, it took me back to the forward which is where I was. I used Libby a while ago, probably a year or two ago, and I just found I gave up trying to use it on my phone because it would just never ever save where I was in the book, and that was just so annoying. I gave up in frustration. So I'm gonna try Libby again on here. So yeah, under $100. I am figuring if I get 2 years out of this thing, I am laughing all the way to the bank. I will have spent my $100 well. I bought it has a micro SD port in it, so I was able to greatly expand its memory. I think you can go up to like a terabyte. I think because it's just going to be comic books and books on here, I'm not going to be loading movies or anything on there. You can watch YouTube on here, and it plays YouTube perfectly well, which is surprising because I was in Google Documents and it was stuttering a lot. It actually did a lot less than that when I was just preparing for this thing. But
It's
you,
been a rough
you
24
know,
hours.
well, that's Steve.
And last night,
Yeah,
which should have
I'm
been consumed with deadline.
yeah, I'm gonna. That wasn't a that that's probably not the best one, but yeah. So it slowly, slowly, because well, it plays ads fairly well.
Hello, I'm Ollie, and this is
Come in,
Criminally,
Holly.
where I talk about crime, pulp, horror, that kind of thing.
But
Today, disturbing books.
yeah,
I'm doing an update
yeah.
on my
So
disturbing books project.
it actually plays YouTube videos fairly well, which is good. I mean, I don't think I'm gonna watch movies on here or anything like that. I don't. That's not my plan. But yeah, yeah. I'm super happy. I'm super happy. I guess I just wanted to share my happiness with everyone. So it's not like I'm recommending this particular tab to and this tablet to anyone. It actually took me good hunk of time to actually get it to actually um work. Like it is one of those purchases where you kind of cross your fingers and like, okay, I'm starting it. Okay, I'm trying to get it to hook to the internet. Oh my God, it's not hooking to my Wi-Fi. Oh, it's not working hooking to my Wi-Fi. How much did I just waste under $100? And it's like, oh no, I got it to work. I got it to work. That that might be my 4-star review of the UMIDIGI tablet is it works. And everything else is gravy, especially if it maybe works for the next 2 years. Fingers crossed. All right, I will leave it there. There's my little fellow. I also it had the annoying Google search bar and stuff like that, so I put the Nova launcher on here to kind of get rid of that, so I can have my rather minimalist desktop here with a couple of folder files on a simple thing. This is my idea. This is how I have my cell phone set up. This is how I want my tablet set up. So it's definitely got with Android 13, it's very much got that. The thing that I love about Android versus Apple stuff is that you can fiddle and you can tweak and you do a lot of stuff, and it's like they're like, we don't care. Fill your boots, just buy our stuff, we don't care. That is the kind of that kind of negligent kind of indifference that I value in Android products versus like, oh, we're going to craft your experience in Apple. But that's a whole different thing. My wife would not want this. A majority of people wouldn't, but maybe if you're a comic book reader, this would be a possibility. And if you order one and it's a brick, don't blame me, because I do think there's a non-zero chance that you might order it and it would be a brick. Please don't sue me, UMIDIGI people. It's all been quite lovely. I got an email saying, oh, we've got a 1-year warranty, so if you have any troubles, please feel free to email us. I don't know what would happen if I had troubles. Probably the amount of time investment that would be involved if I did have troubles would far outweigh the actual cost of this device. So there is that too. So I'm very blasé and quite happy with it. All right, I will leave it there. More videos later.